Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today to give the monthly connection into the collective energies, leaving it very open to see whatever it is that Spirit wishes to share or show, and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, so putting out the intention to Spirit today to connect with the month of August for the collective and anything that needs to be shown or shared. In whichever way they feel to show or share. Okay, so as I connect, I'm aware that my energy is getting pushed further and further and further into my body. It's like there is this sense of presence and contemplation. And in the way that this visual, it's like I'm feeling this sensation, but I'm also having a visual of the lungs and the capacity of the lungs. And it's like they show them expanding and moving out and moving in. It's like the breath as we breathe, but it's like they're merging with the tides. And they're merging with the waters, the way that the water comes in and the way the water comes out. It's like our lungs and our breath is also ebbing and flowing in this way. Now they're making me aware of the cycles that we move through. And it's like as I watch these tides go in and out, it's like I feel the lung capacity open and close. And it's like this breath, this lung capacity. It's like the lungs are open in the way they show it, and it's like it's creating a space, and in some way, it's blending into what appears to be like a cave. It's like the lungs have moved beyond the body and are now surrounding me like I'm in this cave of breath. And I want to say, it's like now I am aware that I'm actually in a place of, everywhereness. It's like I'm beyond time and space. There is just stars everywhere. It's like I'm out beyond time and space. And in this space, it's like it's presence. And it just is, it's like it feels like I'm out in nature and there's nobody around. It's vast and expansive. And as I'm here, asking the purpose of what's being shared for the collective and what's being experienced, because it feels very much like they're creating the energy, they're showing the energy that is, and this energy of the earth that is supporting this kind of opening through the breath, through the waves, creating this space in the cave outside of time and space. Now I feel as though there is presence of other beings from other dimensional fields here. And it's like I feel to sense them with my hand. It's like you can't see me, but I sit here and I'm like, I've got my hand above my head. It's like I'm getting senses of their energy, and it's like there's these pastel-y energies that they are. It's like they're almost outside of form. I can make out that they have form, but in the way that it's like I touch the energy and I feel this pastel coloring. It's like an energy. It's like it's not in a form, and in saying that, though, I am aware that it can become a form. So okay, there is this pink coloring actually that I'm feeling drawn to, and I feel as though there's this higher being that comes into this space. It's like I was sensing their energy, but there's this higher being with these big eyes, very soft, very feminine in its energy as well, is the way that I'm experiencing this energy. Now I'm just going to ask, do you have a message here for the collective today in this reading and the way that this is kind of space has been created? It's like I ask them if they have a message. They come up very close. They come up very close into my third eye. It's like they're touching heads with me. And I feel as though within that, it's like I want to speak telepathically, connect into this energy stream, which is beyond words, and it goes into this mind connection, telepathy between two energies. So as I just allow her energy to blend with mine, it's like suddenly there's just these angels everywhere, all around. There's just a huge angelic presence. It's like there's all these soft angelic energies all around. There's these different coloured, pastel colours. And as I acknowledge the pastel, it's like I am aware there is more stark, bold colours in amongst them, but it's like the pastel is sort of almost opening the space. And it's like they all gather. And so it's almost like a gathering of energy, but it's also a gathering of sort of souls coming into this. It's like they are of this energy. They are of this pastel colouring, but they are so much more in the way that I'm sensing them. So there is all this angelic energy all around, all these sort of angel-looking beings. And she's asking me to blend more with her, because it's like the more I blend with her, this spirit that has their third eye above, connected to mine, the more I blend with her, the more I can see. The more I can see her. It's like her vision or her energy. It's the more I'm able to navigate her world, essentially. So now she takes me, it's like she's finished connecting me, and now she's guiding me. She's taking me through this kind of passage. It's very light, it's very white. There's these steps, and it's like she's taking me somewhere. And she's taking me now down to like this, what looks to be like a garden of some description. And it's like, it feels like a visualization, in the way it's perfect. It's almost like there's this little green patch of grass, and, it's been perfectly created for this meeting. So we move down into this green patch of grass, and there's this blue skies. It's like I feel like I'm connected more to the earth here again. But and I sit with her, and I ask her what she wishes to show or share. She's talking about they're all around us all the time. These energies, these angelic energies. And she's pointing, she's like, you are one of them. We are. It's like it extends out, and I feel as though this extends out into this community here. It's like we are all this angelic light, essentially. But so she's offering this element of realizing who we are, or at least a part of who we are. It's like this angelic element. As she points to me and she spreads it out through you guys, it's like we are all that. Okay. Just a lot of love here with her as well, and a lot of support. And again, it's this feeling of like presence and slowness and stillness, and vast openness and space is the way that the energy feels here. Now, I'm just going to ask her, is there anything more she wishes to show and share? Is there any messages that she wishes to give to you guys beyond our angelic nature, because this seems to be the start of this message here. She's talking about some of you aren't recognizing who you are in this way. You know, it's like she points through to a crowd and she's selecting different people out of this crowd saying, and you, but it's like you're not recognizing who you are, the light that you are. And she wants you to recognize that, because the more you do, the more we'll all grow in the energy. The energy field will expand and blend together. And I feel as though this is in connection to the way that they're showing me this energy. It's like this pastel colorings that all just kind of come together. You know, it's separate energies, but it is like this togetherness. It's a oneness. It's like these energies are not separate. They are one, and you can see them in this place. And she spreads that out to us and to our community here, and, you know, says that it's like we have to recognize ourselves and these parts of our nature, and particularly certain souls within this community need to recognize themselves. And I ask, well, how can they recognize? You know, it's easy to say that. You know, can you give me a bit more of how can they recognize? She's pointing to the heart. She's tapping on the heart. It's just in there, you know. It's like she's saying it's so simple. You know, it's not complicated. It just is, you know. It's just there. This heart presence, and you all have it, and it's all growing. Support each other is what she's saying. We can all grow together. We grow together. I want to thank her for her messages and just ask, is there anything more she might wish to share before I end this meeting with her? She's talking about we're all love. She's just hands on the heart again. We're all love, and she shows me this hand on the heart. And then she shows me a picture of all these little colourful hands spread out into the community. And it's reminding me of like a kid at preschool, you know, and they often do handprints onto paper and all different colours. But it's like this similar thing in the sky, in the energy, these pastel colours of little hands, and energy just flowing through of the heart and connectedness. So it's really beautiful, just talking about us all being of the heart and of love. I want to thank her, and I feel as though she's also wanting to say she's beside us all. You know, she is beside us all, and she speaks for the collective of this angelic realm. It's like they are with you, and she shows so many of you all in the community in your separate space, whether it be lying in bed or sitting somewhere by yourself. It's like the day-to-day. It's like she shows these angelic energies are right by our sides, and she's just wanting you all to know that, and know that you're cared for, and know that you matter. And even if you don't recognize that you are noticed, and you certainly are important being here at this time with who you are and what you give to the world. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to her and thank her for the message. And I'm just going to come back into the space, because I feel as though I'm quite far out there. It's like I was taken right out into, you know, beyond time and space, and now I'm just kind of coming back in. And so I felt like, you know, we have a collective reading, and that was going to be very much, you know, I don't know, like giving collective energies, talking about situations and whatnot, but Spirit obviously had something else in mind because they've guided me off into this other message in regards to energy and obviously energy that needs to be spoken to at this time in August, remembering these angelic essences around us and within us as we move forward. And the heart presence, again, they've brought it into heart again. And it's interesting because the other day I was speaking about this golden heart, and it was coming from a very different dimensional field. It felt very golden, very connected to almost Egyptian, levels of consciousness and times. But this is also in reference to the heart, and they're bringing all this pastel colouring of angelic realm into this now as well. So it's like the access point of the heart, but we're accessing all the realms through the heart, through the portal of the heart. So they just keep bringing this to my attention. So I share that with you, and I hope that it reaches your heart today. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there for today's reading, and I'm going to perhaps delve a little bit deeper over on Patreon, because I did last time I did an extended on the last reading that I did here, and I enjoyed to do that. So I might just revisit a couple of the little areas that I spoke about over on Patreon, see if there's a bit more they can give, a little bit more depth. And if you feel to join over there, please do. Otherwise, I offer this message with love, and I hope that it's reached you. Okay, I'll see you guys again soon. Enjoy August for its many different vibes and energy that's coming through, and many blessings. Raven Scry signing off.